Hello students, in our today's lecture we are going to solve these examples. Example number 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 and 2.4. Notes for these examples are already provided to you. Now let us see example number 2.1. This type of examples can be asked in short in 1 mark questions. In the statement of this example, given that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. It is like 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So a similar concept is here, but this is for the measurement of angle and here this is for the measurement of time. But very much similarity is there, because in a clock also the hands used to change the angle when they rotate. Also we know that 1 meter for a length, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. So likewise here also for the measurement of angle these things are given to us, and this we have to remember. Now during the calculation, whenever we put the values, that values should be in SI system of units. But here these values are given in degree, and degree is not the SI system. SI system is radian for the measurement of any angle. So it is required to convert degree to radian. So for the conversion of this degree to radian, we have to remember this, that is 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radian. Also students, you might be knowing that this angle is a right angle, and in degree we used to write this as 90 degree, but this 90 degree can be written in terms of radian as pi by 2 radian. So 90 degree is nothing but it is pi by 2. Similarly, if the angle is 180, 180 means half circle. So this angle is 180 degree, but in terms of radian we can write this as pi radian. Similarly, if a complete circle is there, then we can say that a circle is of 360 degree. In radian it is 2 pi. So 2 pi radian. So now in this example we have to convert this 1 degree in terms of radian, this 1 minute in terms of radian, and this 1 second in terms of radian. Now let us see first one, how we can convert this 1 degree in radian. Now already we know that 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radian. Now if I'll divide 360 on both the side, then what will happen? Here 360 cancel, remain is 1 degree, and on right hand side it will be 2 pi upon 360. Now this can be easily calculated. Value of pi is to be taken as 3.14, and then by calculating you will get 1 degree is equal to 0.01744 radian. Students, here you can use the calculator also. You can see once again this 2 is already here. Value of pi is 3.14 and this is 360. So using calculator you can do like this. First multiply 2 with 3.14 and then divide the result by 360. In your calculator you will find this value. After decimal there are 5 digits here I have taken. In calculator there can be more digits, but there is no importance of that trailing values. Now this answer is also correct, but generally we don't show the decimal point at this place. The decimal place is generally after one digit, one non-zero digit. So here also what we will do, we will bring this decimal point from this place to this place between 1 and 7. So for that we have to move 2 digits towards right hand side, and so when we move 2 digits right hand side, the power of 10 should be minus 2. If we move 1 digit or 2 digit or 3 digits towards left hand side, then the power is positive. But if we move from left to right, the power should be negative. So here also we did the same thing. We have written the answer in this form, 1.74. Rest of the digits are not important. After decimal we have to take 2 digits only, and as we have shifted the decimal point towards right hand side, we have taken this 10 raised to minus 2. So 1 degree is equal to 1.74 into 10 raised to minus 2 radian. Now next we have to convert this minute to radian. Students, we know how to convert degree to radian, but here given is minute. So what we will do here, first we will convert this minute to degree and then from degree to radian. Now here given that 1 degree is equal to 60 minute. So if 1 degree is equal to 60 minute, then 1 minute will be equal to 1 by 60 degree. You can easily obtain this from above step. Now this is converted into degree. To convert this degree to radian, we have to simply multiply it by pi by 180. Why we have to multiply it by pi by 180? So for that we will again move to that previous example. Here 1 degree is equal to 2 pi by 60 radian that we obtained. But if I'll simplify this, that is 2 ones are and 2 180s are, then what will remain here? Here it will remain pi by 180 radian. So always remember that 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. So whenever we need to convert degree to radian, we will simply multiply it by pi by 180. So here also already we obtained this 1 by 60 in terms of degree. Now we have to convert this into radian. So we have simply multiplied this 1 by 60, which was in degree, to pi by 180, and so this is now in terms of radian. Now simplification using calculator, put this value pi as 3.14, then divide by 60, again divide by 180. So if you will do this process in your calculator, you will get this type of answer. Now you can see that this type of answer is correct, but we don't write in this way. We use the method as we have done in previous example, that the decimal point should be after one non-zero digit. So here also what we will do, we will bring this decimal point from here to here. So how many digits we have to move towards the right hand side? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So as we are moving 4 digits towards the right hand side, we have to put the power 10 raised to minus 4. Again I will repeat, if we are moving from right to left 4 digits, then the power will be positive, but here we are moving from left to right, so power is negative. And then our final answer will be like this, that 1 minute is equal to 2.907 into 10 raised to minus 4 radian. Next is number C, how to convert this seconds to radian. Now here given that 1 minute is equal to 60 second. So what we will do, first we will convert this second to minutes, and then minute to degree, and then degree to radian. So using this we will first convert this into minutes. So you can see here, as 1 minute is equal to 60 second, so 1 second is equal to 1 by 60 minute. So dividing by 60, we will get this in minutes. Now to convert this minute into degree, again we'll divide it by 60. So you can see here, this was in minute, but again to convert in degree, we have divided by 60 as we have done earlier. Now this is in degrees. So now degree to radian, simple, multiplied by pi by 180. So we got this steps and these values. Now to make the calculation simple, what we'll do here, you can see there are 3 zeros in the denominator. So for 3 zeros, we'll write 10 raised to minus 3. Because they are in denominator, the power is minus 3. Now forget about these zeros because we have already kept 10 raised to minus 3. Now calculation part, pi, that is 3.14, then divide by 6, again divide by 6, and again divide by 18. So in your calculator you will find this type of value. Now to shift this decimal place after one non-zero value, we have to move 3 digits on the right hand side, and so already 10 raised to minus 3 power is there, and again we have to multiply 10 raised to minus 3 because of shifting of this decimal. So you already know that 10 raised to minus 3, which was already there, again due to shifting of that decimal point we have to multiply 10 raised to minus 3, and so the result of this is 10 raised to minus 6, and so our final answer is 1 second is equal to 4.845 into 10 raised to minus 6 radian. Now example number 2.2. Here in the statement given that a person is standing at point A and there is a tower at some distance from this person at point C. Now this person wants to measure this distance without using any scale, that is without using any direct method. So what he did, he walked from A to B 100 meters. That is also given in the statement. Now when he walks from A to B and then again he observes this tower which is at point C. Now students, here the concept of a distant object is given. This distant object means the object which is very far away from the person or point of observation. Suppose if I give an example of a moon. If you will move from one point to other, then what will happen? Even that moon, suppose if it is here initially, then as you move the moon will also move. So direction of the moon doesn't change. Earlier also, if you are observing that move in the vertical direction this, then after moving to point B, the moon is in the same direction. The angle of observation of this moon will not change. So a distant object concept is used here. So here also, when the person is reached at point B, the distant object is on the same line, but this point C, when it is observed, it makes an angle theta with this distant object, and if this angle is theta, then this angle will be also theta. Why? Because you can see here a Z is formed. So these two angles are alternate angles and they are always congruent. Here this angle made is very much small, and so it is called parallax angle. Now here this distance is already known, angle is given, that is 40 degree, and we want to find the distance of the tower when the person was initially at point A. Now here this angle is 90 degree, and with respect to this angle theta, this is opposite side and this is adjacent. So you have studied in 10th standard that opposite upon adjacent is nothing but it is tan theta. So writing tan theta is equal to opposite side, that is AB, upon adjacent side, that is AC, and then making the subject AC. Why we are making the subject AC? Because this distance which is to be obtained is nothing but it is AC. So here also we made the subject AC, and so AC is brought here and tan theta is brought in the place of AC. Now putting the values, AB is 100 meter, and as theta is 40 degree, so we have written tan 40. Now value of tan 40 can be obtained using the table in which natural tangent is given. From this table you will find tan 40 degree is equal to 0.8391. So putting this value here and then using calculator, you will get the final answer, that is 119.17 meter. Hence approximately we can write the answer in whole numbers, that is 119. The sign of approximate value is this. If it is equal to, we used to write like this, but if we are writing the approximate value, then the sign is like this, and hence we can say that the distance of the tower from original or initial position of the man is 119 meter. Now I'll show you how we can see the value of tan 40 in the table of natural tangent. Now students, this is a table of natural tangents. On the top of this table natural tangent is written. Now we want 40 degree, but that is tan 40. So in a natural tangent you can see here a degree is written. So here this 0, 1, 2 and so on, they are degree. So we'll move in the downward direction and we'll find 40 here. So you can see there is 40 here. So value of tan 40 will be 0.8391. You can see here there is a decimal point. So the value of tan 40 is 0.8391. Next is example number 2.3. Now students, always when we start any example, it is advisable to read the statement, to go through the statement carefully once or twice. If you are able to understand the given statement, then half of the example is already solved. So always read the statement, and while watching this video also, you have to sit with a paper and a pen so that you can do a rough calculation by watching the video. If needed, you can pause the video after some interval when the calculation is required. Now, in this example 2.3, given that a moon is observed from the two diametrically opposite points of the earth, means here this point A and B are the point of observations, and what we are observing, we are observing a moon. So these two line of observation, they intersect at this point which is moon, and so here this angle is made, and here this angle theta is given 1 degree and 54 minutes. Also the diameter of the earth is given, symbolically we have taken it as small b. So small b is equal to 1.276 into 10 raised to 7 meter, that is given, and here we want to find the distance of the moon from the earth, and that is taken as capital D. So here this D is question mark. Now using the method of parallax, you can see here this figure. Here this is theta, this is opposite side, and this is like adjacent. So we can write theta is equal to small b by D, and that we have already studied. So using the parallax method, theta is equal to b by D, but as we want to find this distance capital D, we will make the subject D, and so this formula will become capital D is equal to small b by theta. Now we have to put the values. Here value of B is already given in meter, that is SI system, but here this angle theta is given in degree and minutes, and we know that whenever we use the values, that should be in SI system. So here we need to convert this value in radian. So for that we will apply this method. Theta is given 1 degree and 54 minutes, and we know that 1 degree is equal to 60 minute. So I have converted this degree to minute, and already 54 minute is there. So this is for 1 degree is equal to 60 minute, and this is already in minutes only. We will add this, we will get the answer in minute. Remember, we obtained this in minute. Now to convert this minute to degree, divide by 60. Students, in example number 1, that is 2.1, we have studied this only. So now this should not be the doubt for you. To convert minute to degree, we have to divide by 60. Now students, if you don't want to apply this method, then another method. Here 1 degree and 54 minutes means it is 1 degree plus 54 minutes. So here we'll keep this degree as it is, but we will convert this 54 minutes to degree, and so we have divided it by 60. So now these both terms are in degree. Now taking LCM, we will get this as 114 divided by 60, which is in degree. You can see both these are same. Now to convert degree to radian, we know that we need to simply multiply it by pi by 180. Now calculating this, we will get this as 0.03314 radian. Use calculator for this calculation. And now finally we will put the given values. What is capital D? So capital D is small b by theta. Value of small b is also given, and value of theta in radian we have obtained. So we have kept these values here. This is the value of small b, this is the value of theta. Now calculation part. This 10 raised to 7 is kept as it is, and with the help of calculator you divide this term with this and you will get 38.50. Now as I told you that we use the decimal point after one non-zero digit, so we have to put this decimal after 3, that is here. So we have to move towards left side, and I told you earlier that if we will move from right to left, 1 power of 10 is increased. If we will move 2 decimal place, then 2 power will increase. So here already 10 raised to 7 was there, and as we moved towards left side by 1 decimal place, here power of 10 is increased by 1. So our answer is 3.85 into 10 raised to 8 meter, which is nothing but the distance of the moon from the earth. Now example number 2.4. This is our last example of this lecture. In earlier example we obtained distance of the moon from the earth. Now in this exam we are going to find the diameter of any celestial object. Here this celestial object is sun. So from the earth, from any point, we will observe point A and point B, which are nothing but the diametrically opposite points of the surface of the earth. So this angle which is made is alpha, which is called angular diameter. This angle is given to be 1920 second, which is very small. Distance of the sun from the earth is also given, and we want to find here diameter of the sun. Now see this figure. This is diameter of the sun, and here the angle is alpha. So with respect to alpha, this is opposite side and this is adjacent. So we can write alpha is equal to small d by d. This is the method of that plane angle only, or we can say similar to parallax method. Now what we want to find here? We want to find this diameter of the sun. So make this small d subject. You will get small d is equal to alpha into d. I have given this equation number 1. Now this d, that is distance of the sun from the earth, that is given, which is 1.496 into 10 raised to 11 meter. So we can put the value of d here. Even we need to put the value of alpha, but here the alpha is given in seconds, and we know that when we put the value of any angle, it should be in radian. So we will convert this seconds to radian. Now you all know how we can convert this seconds to radian. You can apply the process like this. First, seconds to minute. What we'll do? We'll divide this by 60. Again, from minute to degree, what we'll do? Again we will divide it by 60, so that is converted to degree. And from this degree to radian, what we have to do? We'll multiply it by pi by 180. So here I have used the direct value to convert these seconds to radian. 4.85 into 10 raised to minus 6 is multiplied so that it is converted to radian. Why I have used this? Because in example number 2.1 we have already obtained the method or the value to convert seconds to radian. Let me show you. You can see here in example number 2.1, 1 second is equal to 4.845 into 10 raised to minus 6 radian. So I have simply used this value directly. So now using this value of alpha and d in equation number 1, we will get this. This is value of alpha and this is value of capital D. Now during the calculation, always remember that power of 10 should be kept separate. Their calculation is made separately. Here the power of 10 is 11 and here the power of 10 is minus 6, and so 11 minus 6 is equal to 9. So power of 10 is 5. So I have directly kept this here, and now remained is the values, which is 1920 multiplied by 4.85 multiplied by 1.496. Using calculator you will get the answer 13930.7. So now this is our answer for D, but we know that the decimal point should be after one non-zero digit. So what we'll do, we'll displace this decimal point from here to here. So for this we will shift 1, 2, 3 and 4 digits towards left side, and so 4 power will increase. So already the power is 5, and due to this shifting of the decimal point by 4 digits or 4 decimal places, we add that 4 here. So 5 plus 4 is 9, and you can see here the answer is 1.39. After decimal, keep only 2 digits. More digits are not required. Hence, the diameter of the sun is obtained to be 1.39 into 10 raised to 9 meter. Students, remember, in between the calculation, no need to put the unit, but in final answer you have to put the unit. And we know that length, breadth, height, distance, radius, etc., they are in meter, and meter is SI unit system. So this is all about today's lecture. I would advise you to go through this lecture 2 or 3 times, sit with pen and paper, do the calculation during the lecture only, so that you can easily understand the calculation and the method.